Kris, it was a night of milestones for your group. Obviously, Connor McDavid scores his first of the season. Ike Howard with his first NHL goal. Stuart Skinner with 100 wins. What's the kind of overall morale?
Well, the morale is really nice that we got the 2 points, and there's some milestones tonight, as you said. One, Henrique being 1,000, played a really strong game tonight, and Howard, obviously, very happy for him to get his first NHL goal. He's had some opportunities in the slot, finally connected on one. He almost had a second one later that period. And then, Stuart Skinner, the reason why it was 2-0 for as long as it was because of his play. Made a huge saves, numerous big stops. And, we're able to find the win in overtime with the return of Wallman. Came big, and we wanted some offense from him. We're missing that kind of player, and he provided at the end.
You've been with Stuart through a lot of highs and lows. I just wonder what you've noticed about who he is off the ice and his composure that way.
Yeah, no, Stuart doesn't get too rattled about what's going on. He puts a lot of pressure on himself to do well, but when things are going well or when things aren't going well, you pretty much still see the same person. So that's, shows me a lot of maturity, not getting too excited, too down, and beating yourself up. So, there's been a bad game, and he usually responds very nicely and plays well. And so far, he's had a pretty strong start to the season, and we're going to need him to continue playing like that.
You're trying to integrate a bunch of new forwards. You've got roster decisions coming up when guys come back. With a goal like that for Ike Howard, does that change the equation for you in any way? Does that make you want to give him a little more opportunity to kind of see what he can do, perhaps?
He'll have plenty of leeway, especially with the injuries that we have right now. Janmark not coming back anytime soon. Kapanen, losing him for several weeks. So we wanted to see how he plays and see if he can progress and look like an NHL player. And he's looking like that. He's starting to get more involved, moving his feet a little bit better. It's not that he's, deer in the headlights kind of thing where you're playing in the NHL the first couple of games. It can be a little difficult. He's been contributing. He's making some plays. There's going to be down games, but overall, I like where he's going. Right from first day of camp, he's making progress, and we're going to keep pushing him to continue doing that because we have a lot of invested in him, and we want him to be a good player for us in the long run.
Difficult to kind of find the right opportunity for him, just given that he's new and there's special teams components and all sorts of things. Has it been hard to find the right niche for him?
No, well, one is power play. Now, doesn't get as that much power play as other guys who are on the first unit. Of course, that's just the way it is. But we feel that he is a power play person, and he's been on that second unit all year, and some 5-on-5 play on that fourth line, but that fourth line's been playing pretty well. Now, he probably doesn't get as much ice time as those other guys because Henrique's a power play and penalty kill. Tomasic's on that first unit power play, and he's minimal on the second unit power play for ice time. So that's, it'd be nice to get him a little more time there, but, I think he's progressing well, and we want to continue pushing him. Like to see him making those steps.
Early in the third to kind of lose that lead?
Well, it started in the second period, taking the penalty, giving them power play. They capitalized on the power play, and they made a nice play in the second period. I think we sat back in that first shift. After it was 2-2, I thought we responded and played pretty well after that. I thought we played. Maybe the last 18 minutes of the game was probably our best, but didn't like that we were starting the second or third period shorthanded.
After losing 3 and then having that happen, to respond the way you did, to finish this road trip on that note, what does that mean to the team? Well,
just what I've seen all the time, that they don't get too rattled about how things are going, and when times are tough, we could have really unraveled. We could have really fell apart, but they stuck with it. Their composure was good, and we played better after it was 2-2. But we can't escape that all the time, and it's really important that we can put together a better 60 minutes.